entities of Evershade Valley for the spectral party of the century, where all your favorite ghosts are invited. Over there you have the pool, some food, and costume. Hey, wait, who invited this guy to the party?
Hello?
Kick him out of the mansion by hitting the like button. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next parties, and turn on notifications to have a frightfully good time. Here you have the 25 secrets of Luigi's Mansion 2 for Nintendo Switch and Nintendo 3DS. During the game's intro cutscene, you can see a poster hanging on one of the walls in Luigi's house. It's the same map Luigi received in Luigi's Mansion 1 for GameCube, indicating where the mansion he won in a contest was located. It turned out to be a scam, but Luigi has a toxic emotional attachment to traumatic events. And there's the map, hanging to remind him the experience over and over again. The names of the mansions in Luigi's Mansion 2 hide a small secret. If you put together the first letter of each of these haunted houses, you can read the word ghost. The same happens with the names of the 5 possessors. The dual scream Luigi receives to communicate with Professor Egad is a customized Nintendo DS, specifically the first model released to the market. The professor explains to Luigi that he reduced the console's brightness to make the battery last longer, something not possible with a regular Nintendo DS. In the old Clockworks, you can find a boo named Booter, who will leave you a coded message with zeros and ones. It's the word boo written in binary code, the system used by computers and other digital devices to operate. The name of the boo also refers to a computer, which actually operates using binary code. The house Luigi lives in Luigi's Mansion 2 HD is very similar to the rank D mansion that the plumber gets in Luigi's Mansion 1. This implies that out of all the alternatives in the game, Luigi ended up with this cozier and more modest version instead of a huge luxurious mansion. If you press the D-pad in any direction, Luigi will shout this.
Hello? Yo-ho!
But after completing the game and rescuing his brother Mario from King Boo, Luigi will shout Mario when pressing any direction.
Mario! Mario?
This is a nod to how Luigi searched for Mario in Luigi's Mansion 1.
Mario!
The Polterpup is Luigi's faithful and inseparable friend, although their relationship began a bit rocky. Besides escaping several times and stealing some items, Luigi stepped on one of its ghost poops in level before the game. According to Miyamoto, the Polterpup is his favorite ghost, and if you complete Luigi's Mansion 2, the Polterpup will regain its pupils after being freed from King Boo's mind control, giving it a slightly friendlier look. Interestingly, for Luigi's Mansion 3, the creators reverted to the original design to give it a more ghostly appearance. In the Scare Scraper mode, you can capture a lot of special ghosts not found in the story mode. Among them is the Fright Night, which hides a reference to Super Mario Bros. In its description. According to the ghost container, this greenie comes from the Middle Ages, where it dedicated itself to look for a princess who, unfortunately, was always in another castle, a reference to the original Super Mario Bros., where Toad would tell Mario that the princess was in another castle after completing a world. Each time you start a game in Luigi's Mansion 2, Luigi is teleported to a mansion. But what you might not know is that there are secret animations that activate randomly during teleportation. For example, in Gloomy Manor, Luigi has up to 3 different animations to start the mission. One falling on his butt but quickly recovering. Another that is the same but worried and trying to illuminate everywhere with a flashlight. And another one falling on his back like a turtle in distress. Before the fight against the grouchy possessor, Luigi goes down to the basement of Gloomy Manor using an elevator. The music that plays here is a fragment from the pause menu music of the game Mario Strikers Charge for Nintendo Wii. Developed by the same creators of Luigi's Mansion. If you place Luigi right under a stream of water, he will take a shower.
Yoo-hoo!
If you run through several doors quickly, there is a chance Luigi will trip. If you leave Luigi idle during the game, he will start humming the mansion theme.
Bum, 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 bum.
The colors of the 4 Luigis that can cooperate in Scarescraper mode match the same ones you can find in the game Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The clock found in the first floor hall of Gloomy Manor gives the real time registered in your console, whether on Nintendo Switch or 3DS. The ghosts of Luigi's Mansion 2 are quite mischievous and love to play pranks. There are many scenes where you can see them having a blast, but also doing more relaxed activities like playing rock, paper, scissors or painting a picture. In the Treacherous Mansion, you can see them imitating a famous scene from the 1931 Frankenstein movie. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD is a high-resolution port of Luigi's Mansion 2 for Nintendo 3DS, meaning the game has been transferred as is from one console to another, adapting the controls, textures, and also the glitches. By far the most famous of these is Luigi's floating hand, which is very easy to perform. Before getting any object, opening a door, or answering the professor, if you press the D-pad to make Luigi talk, his left hand will remain immobile during the animation, resulting in some very curious situations. Luigi's origins are very similar to his brothers, and as you saw in the Super Mario Bros. Movie, both of them have plumbing as their main profession. This is why you can see a plunger and a wrench above the chimney in Luigi's house, a tribute to the first job the Mario Brothers had. In the Haunted Towers, there is a mission called A Job for a Plumber, which is also a small nod to these characters' origins. According to an interview by MTV with Nintendo, during the development of Luigi's Mansion 2, the possibility of using Mario, Peach, and Toad as playable characters in multiplayer mode was explored. Unfortunately, due to the 32 megabyte download limit for local games on the Nintendo 3DS, cuts had to be made, and the models and textures ended up being eliminated, leaving only Luigi with 4 different colors. You might have noticed that in Luigi's Mansion 2, Luigi is a bit of a clown, and perhaps this is because this sequel is inspired by some episodes of the world-famous TV show Mr. Bean, as one of its developers revealed in an interview for Polygon, where he said that Next Level Games looked at the series to create Luigi's animations and design some sketches. The scene where Luigi's TV has interference and then Professor Egad appears is a reference to the TV scene in the movie Poltergeist. And it's not the only time the Luigi's Mansion series references this movie, as there was also a reference in Luigi's Mansion 3 with a lot of stacked chairs. As any good sequel does, Luigi's Mansion 2 hides many references to elements from Luigi's Mansion 1. For example, Professor Egad mentions the Portrificationizer, the device used to turn ghosts into portraits. King Boo fully refers to the events that happened in Luigi's Mansion and how Luigi defeated him. Also, the way Luigi enters Gloomy Manor is very similar to the first time he entered the mansion in Luigi's Mansion. The masks some greenies wear attached to their spears in the Treacherous Mansion are a small reference to Kalimba, one of the members of the Tiki-Tak tribe from the game Donkey Kong Country Returns for Wii and Nintendo 3DS. The box itself of Luigi's Mansion 2 for Nintendo 3DS hides a small secret. If you look at it in the dark, you will see it's fluorescent, showing the Polterpup chasing a ghost. Something similar happened with Luigi's Mansion for GameCube, whose game disc glowed in the dark. In Gloomy Manor, you can find a ghost showering in a bathtub, and to capture it, you'll need to remove the curtain. This is a reference to the ghost of Miss Petunia, who lived in the mansion in Luigi's Mansion 1, and to catch her, you had to do exactly the same. By the way, the greenie in the bathtub seems to sing some of the notes from the main theme of Super Mario Bros. You can start the first level of the game in 2 different ways. The first is by knocking on the door and then looking through the window. Just when you return, a mouse appears through the hole with the entrance key. If, instead of knocking on the door, you go directly to the window and then to the door, the mouse will appear right behind Luigi. The vacuum cleaner Luigi uses in Luigi's Mansion 2 is called the Poltergust 5000, while the one he used in the first game was the Poltergust 3000. But what happened to the 4000 model? Well, the answer lies in Mario Kart for Nintendo DS, and the vacuum-shaped car Luigi drives. Its official name is Poltergust 4000, and yes, it's good for both cleaning the House of Ghosts and participating in races. Completing the game at a 100% can be quite a tough task, but if you achieve it, the game file will reward you with 3 golden coins from the professor. The first is obtained by completing the story mode. The second is earned by collecting all the gems, capturing all the boos, and achieving the gold medals in all the stages. And the last one is related to the multiplayer mode, and having captured all the special ghosts in the Scare Scraper mode. You still have more mansions to visit in these other videos of Luigi's Mansion secrets, so don't forget to check them out to discover them all, and subscribe to the channel to not miss the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, see you next time!